Righto guys, Todd and Denny here from the Ongoing Adventures. Our plan is today is have an attempt on how to hook up the UHF system from the old Rodeo to the brand new D-Max on Denny's car. Righto mate, take over.
Okay, so I got the old Rodeo. I've had it for probably about 7 years now.
Something like
And with my new one, I'm going to rip out the old UHF, put it in the new one, and we're going to go see exactly how we're going to do it. Okay? Well, we'll flip over to the car and we'll show you how we start.
Let's roll.
Okay guys, we're in the car now. This is my GME XRS Connect. We're going to go through, disconnect it all. This is my handheld. All it is connected onto the dash there. So we're going to go through and pull it apart. And that's really good about these is they are not very hard at all, because that's the main plug's done. Now I've had this in here for a very long time now. It's been on a fair few trips as well, so it's a little bit dusty, but that's fine. Works perfectly well. I just got to unscrew the antenna, which I'm struggling with because I was doing it up the wrong way. Okay, now we'll probably flip over to the other side and start pulling out the cable from inside the dash. Okay guys, now we're on this side. We'll go through, start pulling everything out. So another thing to remember, that each car is different, so the way this up inside here will be different. Like you'll see in the Isuzu, it's going to be different as well. So I'll just go through, cut some stuff up. I'll probably put this in the time lapse because it might take me more than a couple of minutes. So just watch the time lapse. Okay guys, so we've gone through, just got to tape these back up so it makes them nice and safe. We'll also go through and we're ready to pull the antenna through. I think that's pretty much it. In here, everything's been disconnected and just got to make everything look nice after we're finished. What?
And we'll now take you out on the outside.
Thanks Todd. Okay, we'll take you out to the outside now. Okay guys, now we're in the bonnet. I'll go through, start pulling the wires through, start pulling the aerial through, and I'll show you roughly where it is and pulling it out. I'm going to need Todd's help to sort of guide it through just so I don't kink and break anything. And we'll go through and probably do another time lapse. It'll probably take another 5-10 minutes to work all this out. Okay? Okay guys, that's pretty much all pulled out. We just got to take the bracket off and the antenna off. Then we can start mounting it onto the Isuzu.
Alright guys, Todd just here real quick. Before we install this into the new D-Max with Denny, I just want to quickly show you guys what it looked like on the table laid out. As you can see, we've got the XRS here, little mini, ready to go. We've got the handpiece plugged in the front. This also has a little power cable which gets plugged into here, and the aerial. Now, because the way we're going to do it on Danny's car, and he hasn't currently got a bull bar yet, which eventually he will, and we should hopefully do a video on that soon, we had to buy him a tube bracket for his aerial connection itself, which will eventually go on the back of his roll bar, which we'll show you as part of the installment video we're about to go back to. Alrighty guys, I just want to quickly show you what it looked like. we'll just quickly zoom in and show the actual feature.
Okay guys, now it's time to install the bracket and run through with the aerial cable. Okay, let's get to it.
Yeah, there you go guys, just say this is us currently in the position of running the bracket onto the sports bar, getting all organised, tying up the bracket, getting ready to run the wire down through the tub. As you can see, Danny's starting to investigate on where we can actually run the wire through the cab as I just finish off tying up the bracket. To make things a bit safer so cables aren't flopping, I've just added a quick zip tie around the roll bar at the moment. Running the cable down the end of the tub, starting to investigate where we can actually find an entry hole into the cab. At this stage, because obviously it's a brand new D-Max and car, it's running a bit different to what we've done in the past. So more investigation is still going ahead. This attempt at the moment is just us trying to poke through the tub itself, see if we can get our hands into one of the back grommets. Unfortunately, we didn't find much luck on this method of trying to get our entry in. As I've just poked around the back here, I found a body mount plug that's with a grommet that's just sitting there. Lucky enough I was able to find a feed the cable through there, pop the grommet out, start feeding the cable through nice and gently without trying to twist or break the cord or have it scarred or scratched. Now when doing this guys, just remember with a grommet, try and put a tiny little hole through it just enough to feed the cable through, because just remember we do want to try and seal this back up so we don't have any water leaks coming through if we do any river crossings or such as in the future. There we go guys, just carefully feed it through, place that grommet back in there. Now what we're going to do is just start slowly feeding the aerial cable through our floor trims and down to the side of the car so none of it's exposed and still safely in. There we go guys, the back half's now done, just quickly feeding it through up and behind the dash to get it ready to plug into our UHF. Once we worked it out guys, simple as that. Put everything back nice and tidy, make sure everything clips back together nice and easy without nothing getting caught. Alright guys, so that was a bit of a mission. As you saw, it took us a little bit to work out how to actually run the aerial cable through the car itself. We've got it through the main wall at the rear, we've got it coming out through the back seat, through the trim, through the front trim, and then out to the panel. We're just going to leave the cord there sitting at the moment, and now we're going to try and work out how to actually get the power wire hooked up in, and then obviously hook up the actual SRS box inside the car. Stay tuned as we keep going. Righto guys, now we've got the cable running through the car, we're also going to start prepping the inside to mount the actual UHF, which is going to be inside the cup holder, which will start pulling cup holder and the dash apart. Then we'll run the handpiece through, which will Daniel have it coming out of one of his spare sockets for now. And then I'll be running the main power wire cable from the fuse box across in behind the cup holder to plug it in. So righto, we're going to start pulling stuff apart and see how we go. There you go guys, there's a quick tip. As you can see, Danny's currently using a butter knife. This just makes getting the trims to pop off a lot easier and safer. So we're not trying to mark our dash area. Unless you guys do have a trim remover kit, which makes life even easier again.
Okay, so now I've got this top bit off. I'm just going to wait for Todd to push through that other thing. Go through and take out the cup holder.
So right guys, all I've done is just put some double side tape on the actual bracket when you get the UHF, just because you don't want to go screwing it into the behind dash panel. Just take the bit of tape off. We're just going to locate it inside here, roughly to where we want it. Where is? Just want to confirm. Don't need that money, Danny. Just want to confirm when I put it in, I'm not going to...
So what I was thinking is sitting it on this plastic bed here.
Oh, yeah, right there?
Yeah.
There we go. Just as a quick reminder, when you're plugging your power in your aerial cable, try and just nick it up with your fingers at first and give it a quick nick with a spanner or a shift if you've got one. When placing it down in the actual console, try and keep all your wires semi-even with less kinks, nicks or twists in it, so we're not wrecking any of the cores. Power wire, reducing any of the aerial wire coming through the actual radio to receive anything. Do a quick test with the cup holder, make sure everything fits in nice and easily. And as you can see Danny, he's just quickly feeding through the handheld wire, just slowly in, so we're not trying to wreck anything. Just gently place it down guys and click everything back in. Alright guys, one of the things that we had troubles with this morning is how to wire up his UHF to an accessory wire. Because of the way the new vehicles are, it's made it a lot more difficult for us to just get access to a socket or something. But there's one thing that we have found from Nava is add a circuit mini fuse holder. So all I have to do is just pop the box open, open up his little mini fuse panel. What this does, just gotta grab out. Oh, I haven't got fingernails, so I can't quite grab it. The accessory fuse. All you do then is plug. So all you normally do is then just plug your fuse into here. That came out of there. Plug the fuse for UHF in. Then you'd grab this, plug that into where it came from, and that would also crimp this wire to this one here together. And that would run power to UHF. All I'm going to do now is also crimp my little round clip here onto my earth. And I'm going to bolt that, just to bolt it to a bolt that's inside that left it out, create me power. I'm going to quickly do that, and we'll see how we go. It doesn't fit. Okay guys, as we just found out, or I just found out, we went and brought the mini blade fuse holder, the plug into the fuse, saves us trying to patch them in. The brand new D-Maxes are not a mini blade fuse holder, they're actually a micro blade fuse holder, which is kind of my bad. Same sort of connection, same deal. The main difference is, not sure if you guys can see it too well, is the fuse sizes. So this is out of the D-Max. It's a lot smaller in between the gapping compared to the mini. So that's a mini, that's a micro. So when you guys get them, just confirm which car you've got, if it's a mini or a micro. We've got to quickly race back to Repco and go grab a mini, plug her in, and then we'll test it and see how well our job works in the UHF. Thanks guys. Here's a quick picture on what the micro add a circuit blade fuse holder two-way looks like once it's completed and installed.
Okay guys, we're all done. We're going to go through, turn it on, and see if anything starts smoking. Okay, accessories are on. Let's turn on the handheld and see what happens. Okay, that works. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Good copy, buddy. Got a copy.
Okay, it's definitely working and very loud. It's great. Okay, well we'll go through, make sure everything's all cleaned up and nice and tidy.
UHF into a newer model car, which is the D-Max. We're also used to working on older cars. Hopefully you guys find it a bit entertaining, a bit useful. As you can see, it was a bit of a mission for us to work out how to run it from the rear, the cable into the car itself. And then obviously fitting it in, and then the small mistake we made with the mini fuse adapter to the micro fuse adapter. Quickly ran down the rep go, swapped it out, fixed it up, got it working, tested it, and it's pretty good now, and happy to hit the tracks again. Righto guys, catch you in the next one.
Catch you on the next one.